Hey, hi community. So today we'll discuss about what is cloud computing. So cloud computing is something whenever we are trying to do something over the computer that some machine may not be available with us, but still we want to perform that. So we take some services over rent or we buy it and we use those computer services that we understand as in cloud computing. Okay. So as an example, suppose using services either by purchasing or by renting. Okay, so suppose you have a mobile device. Okay, and now your memory has been full. Suppose this is 10 GB and this has been full. Okay, so there is no space left right now. So suppose the memory is full right now. So what you will do, you don't want to change the phone and all, right? So suppose some company is giving you a 100 GB of storage that you can use it. You can take that on rent basis and you can use this as an this storage on the rental basis, which the data of this storage stores on the cloud, right? So that is the same way cloud computing works. So whenever we need something but those hardware, those specifications are not available with us, so that thing we actually used to take on a rent or we buy it and we pay some charges over that, and that actually some big companies used to provide those services to us. So that is moreover a cloud computing. Okay, so that's what it is. Same example, like suppose you are using Google Photos, right? And your memory has been filled. So now always Google Photos ask you to update here, right? So your memory can be free and you can use your phone without any problem. So the photos are getting synced on the app called Google Photo, and those Google Photo been provided by Google, where suppose the storage of that those all photos has been linked to your account, that is Gmail account you have created, where 15 GB is only provided to you. But if this 15 GB is also full, then they will ask you to rent some space, right? And so renting that space, because they have Google has a big hardware structure from which they can easily provide you the space to use it, right? So the same way, that's how that's how cloud computing works. Whenever we need something to do in form of computing, but those hardware or those services are not available with us, but few big companies are providing that, so we can use that over as an rental basis or we can buy that. So that is a moreover is cloud computing. So here you can see the example. Suppose he is a user, he or she. Okay, she wants to use the database. Okay, so this is 123 database. So she can use the database, she can store her data and anything. She wants to use the photos, so she can easily use the photos, right? She don't usually need the application with her. No, she may need the application with her, but she don't want to consume the space, maybe, right? She may have database, but she may not have the space, or she may not have any other uh, thing related to database, maybe. So that's why she wants to consume this, because they provide better services. She wants to consume these photos because they provide better services, they provide better storage solutions. She wants to store her file or everything over the cloud, so she can access anytime whenever she goes, and it provides the better services. At that time she can use these folders and she can upload her file and all, like we do in google Google Drive or somewhere, right? She can use the other tech things like any solution storage, like any bucket or any storage, if she wants to use any other tech solution, if she wants to use. Those solutions are not available with her locally, but she can easily find it on some cloud provider, right? So that is a cloud computing, a company which provide some solutions to you, but the hardware is still with the provider company, and that companies we call as in cloud, right? So this is called as in cloud, but there is no cloud because there is always someone else because there is always someone else hardware, someone else company who is managing the data for you. So that's called as in cloud. But I have given one reference of meme, like there is a meme saying there is no cloud, it's someone else system. So the same way, right? You are using one services, but all the data is getting synced into these servers and storage and everything is here. So means this is cloud, but you are using some services which is integrated with the cloud. So we call as an cloud computing services you are using, or cloud computing we can say, right? So that is in a simple way how cloud computing works and how we are using it. Few big cloud providers are like AWS and Microsoft, Google, DigitalOcean, and many others in the market, right? So that's what it is. Yeah. So in technical way, if people ask like what all services we may use in a cloud computing, so it's nothing. It depends. Like suppose you are a developer or someone and you need some environment you can use. You can create your virtual OS, Mac and Linux hardware. You can provide your RAM and CPU and storage, whatever you need. You can suppose you need some code commit structure, so you can easily use it. Like GitHub is also one most famous, is but that GitHub might also connected with some cloud, right, in backend, which may are not aware from the front end side, but of course that is. AWS also provide one solution called as an code commit, so that we can use it. A storage solution like some volume or some storage, and you need some particular type of GB or the space to use for some particular thing. So those all things you can use. Storage is S3, that like AWS provided S3 storage bucket solution, so that we can use it. Database provides like a cloud database provides maybe like RDS is of Amazon reference, but yeah, all cloud provide their own databases that we can use it. So RDS is one service AWS provide, which will have different data like MySQL, Aurora, DB, and everything. So as in like moreover saying here is these are like this. There will be technical services that cloud used to provide, which we use it in our product to make our product more feasible and more reliable and more applicable for the users, right? So these all things we can consider, like due to cloud computing, these all things are easy for us, right? Else we would have to, if cloud computing doesn't exist, then we may have to set up our own server, own RAM, own GB, own databases, everything we may have to set up. So instead of setting up, we can rent it directly, we can use the service and pay the charges for it, and the big companies or the giant companies or the cloud provider, they can manage your data accordingly as per your payment. So that is the cloud computing concept. So thank you guys.